Hello, my name is David Miller. I'm the Director of International Diplomacy at C40 Cities and the former mayor of Toronto, Canada. C40 is an organization of originally 40, now 98 of the world's largest cities, whose mayors are dedicated to action against climate change. Medellin, Toronto, Paris, New York, Jakarta, Buenos Aires, Rio, and other major cities share the common belief that the voices and the actions of the mayors of those cities can help the world avoid dangerous climate change. We know from science that this is imperative. Scientists tell us that temperatures are rising because of the burning of fossil fuels and other causes. And as these temperatures continue to rise because of man-made activities, if we exceed the threshold of a 1.5 degree global average temperature increase, the consequences can be catastrophic. An increasing severity of storms, like the wildfires we've seen in Australia, and floods in places like Houston, Texas, more arid land and less land to grow food on, sea level rise threatening coastal cities and towns, and much, much more. A huge impact on man and on nature. In this context, it is welcome news indeed that the new President of the United States of America has announced that the United States will rejoin the Paris Accord. The Paris Accord is an agreement between the nations of the world reached nearly 6 years ago in Paris, in which the nations agree that climate change is a serious issue to be addressed, and each agrees on a plan to address climate change. With the United States back in the fold, this is a powerful message to the world, to businesses, to residents, to all of us, that action is imperative. The good news is that mayors have not waited for the United States to rejoin the Paris Accord. 5 years ago, in Mexico City, at our summit, C40 mayors agreed that it was necessary to act based on the science, and agreed that C40 cities would develop plans to ensure that their cities and the greenhouse gas emissions from their cities would also comply with a 1.5 degree trajectory, through ensuring that the 4 major categories of greenhouse gas emissions in cities, how we heat and cool our buildings, how we generate electricity, how we transport ourselves, and how we manage our waste, would each have real actions to dramatically lower emissions, to create jobs, and to ensure that all of this was done in a way that recognized the needs of the least well-off. Whether it's building new major rapid transit, like in Medellin or Addis Ababa, Africa, whether it's creating a fleet of electric buses like in Shenzhen, China, which has 16,000, or in Santiago, Chile, and elsewhere. Whether it's setting very high standards for new buildings, Vancouver, Canada says that all new buildings must be net zero carbon by 2030, or New York City's program to ensure that major commercial buildings cut their emissions in half by 2030 as well. Cities are leading the way, ensuring that emissions are halved by 2030, which must be the goal if we're to do what science says. The leadership of leading mayors has been essential. We welcome Joe Biden, the United States, back to the partnership created in Paris so that we can ensure that nations act today to address these challenges in the same way that mayors have been doing for so long. Mayor Quintero of Medellin is an important member of C40, and his leadership on issues of equity, public transport, and so much more is valued by our organization. Thank you very much for giving me the kindness to listen to my remarks, and we look forward to continuing to work with the people of Medellin, Mayor Quintero, on constructive climate action that ensures that we benefit people and the planet. Thank you.